Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another office hours. We're excited to be here again this week. There's lots of questions that we've prepared, thanks to you all asking them in the community. But to get started, I want to know how cold it is in Vancouver. I'm on Vancouver Island and it's extremely cold, and we have over a foot of snow for like the last couple of days. How about you, Brooke? Is it cold over there in Vancouver?
Yeah, lots of snow, about 30, just under 30 centimeters yesterday. Quite a lot for Vancouver, and it's snowing again, but I think in traditional Vancouver fashion, it's going to turn to rain here in this evening.
Okay, so you're gonna have to plan to build your snowman today before the rain comes.
Yeah.
Put that on the agenda. Okay, well, to get started, we have a bunch of questions that you asked over the last week that I've diligently taken down. So we're going to start with Michaela Marie's question. And she says she's a newbie here and she's brand new to the group. She just joined 6 days ago. But she was wondering if Jane Payments accepts FA, FSA and HSA cards without problem. Brooke, do you know the
Yeah,
answer to this question?
I do know the answer. And maybe first off, welcome to Jane, Michaela. Very nice to have you here. And yeah, look, if you're sounds like if you're looking for the HSA, you're in the States, and I hope I get to chat with you one day on the phone. Actually, maybe I will share my screen. I haven't done that yet here. So, yes, Jane Payments can process HSA cards. You could try to process those. And if you are having a hard time, so for example, if you try to save one on file and it's saying it doesn't support it, you can call us or email us, and we can enable a feature on the back end of your Jane payments that essentially is saving the card a bit differently. So rather than sending a pre-authorization when it's saved as an HSA card, it bypasses that pre-authorization. And so we can turn that on our end for you. And then you will, when you go save a credit card, then on file that is an HSA card, you would select I'm just going to show you this here on our demo site. We'll see here, there's a new box here at the bottom that you just check off when it is an HSA card, and then you can go ahead and save that. Now, if you do have any issues with an HSA card, at this point, it's best for the patient or client of yours, they will need to reach out to their card provider to get a bit more information as to why that card is being declined or whatnot.
Awesome. So, short answer is yes. Longer answer is if you're having difficulty, reach out to us and we'll make it happen for you behind the
Yes.
scenes. Okay, awesome. That was an easy question to get started. I have another question from another new member. This is from Kristen Hamilton Block. Um, and she's saying she feels like this is a dumb question, but let's preface the community. There is no dumb questions.
No.
Everyone's at a certain point in their learning journey, and both Brooke and myself didn't know anything about Jane at one point, and a lot of people in the community are on that same journey with you. So no dumb questions. But let's get into the actual question. Other than the optional notes, is there a way to prompt a new client to provide some background info? She has some practicum students, and they offer 15-minute consults, and a lot of the time they have no indication of why the client is arriving for their appointment. So they just want to get a little bit of information prior to the client arriving. Um, yeah, they don't want to walk into their appointments blind, and I think that's a great thing to try and
Fair, yeah.
uh, get over. So, yeah, Brooke, let's have a look at a few ways
Yeah,
we can figure that out.
I mean, it sounds like she's referring to the post-booking information. So when somebody's booking an appointment, or whether it's a consultation, a regular visit here, they can add in some additional information to why they are coming. Actually, sorry, just going to go ahead and go through these steps. So you'll see that they can put in a reason for their visit. Of course, not everybody's going to do this. And then, so if you do really want somebody to provide you with more information as to why they're seeing you, the really the only other option would be to set up a separate intake form. We call them intake forms, of course. You could just have this go out specifically with your consultations, and you could just have one question on there. You don't have to go through all of that steps of maybe your actual intake form that you're collecting. So when you did, or if you did want to set one of these up, I'll quickly kind of go through what you can skip and not include on there. So if we go ahead and create one, another option too is send this out manually. And then this way, when you do email it to them, you can include a specific message that you want included when you're sending it to that potential client who's booked in for that consultation. But under appointment or session type, we would have it go out with that specific one. If you did have it send out automatically, you'd select your consultation here that it would go out for. In the profile fields, if this is just a consultation, you don't have to collect this information. If they did book online, though, they would, of course, created a profile with a first name, last name, phone number, email address. So you could just not include all of that other information if you don't want it at this point in time, so that they're only going to see their first name, last name, and email. And of course, if they book that, it'll already be on there. If you're using Jane Payments, you don't have to ask for a credit card number. If you're collecting insurance, you do not have to include that. And then in the questionnaire, it would just be one question. What's the reason
Mhm.
for your seeing us today? So, oops, I'll do um, a heading and then maybe a note box, or actually. And so this would be the only question on here. You can make this required as well. I didn't do that, but you can make it required so that they can't submit that without answering it. And then the consents, we start you off with some, but if you remove all of these, there wouldn't be any of this on here. Yeah, so now we have that just one questionnaire to send out. And if you do have that to go out manually, you can include an additional message just to send that to them as well.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great way to get it sent out. I didn't think about making just a super short intake, so nice idea. All right, on to our next question. This is a lot about your online booking presence and how you appear. So Kristen was looking and wondering, is there a way to look busy? So maybe we'll look at a few of our online booking settings for practitioners and how you can amend how you show up on the online booking site.
Yeah, so we do have some clinic-wide online booking settings, which are generally found in our settings under online booking, but each staff member also has their own individual online booking settings as well. So a staff member can head to their profile and we can edit by selecting the edit settings and then go to online booking. So the one that Kristen was looking for was the Make Me Look Busy. And so this is going to limit how many appointment times are showing on your online booking site. Uh, if you've got maybe you're like a new practice and you haven't really got a lot of clients yet, you have full availability, somebody might be a little bit hesitant to book in if they see that. So if you wanted to make yourself look busier than you are, we could set this to a different number. So for example, if I were to select 5, this means on any given shift or sorry, day, only 5 appointment times are going to show. One thing to note is these are random times, so we're not able to designate what times we do want to be showing on that online booking site. And then, if somebody books another, there'll always be 5 until I'm under 5 of my availability left.
Amazing. Um, Perfect. And then I have a final question, and this is from Jillian, who's wondering, is there a way to amend the language settings for her online booking welcome header? And I think there's a few other things we can dig into because there's actually a lot of customization that you can do within your Jane account. You just need to know where to look, right? So if you're brand new, maybe Brooke can bring us to the language area within settings and we can show you exactly what you can edit and then give you a little preview of where you can see what your edits look like.
Yeah, Definitely. So there is a lot of language setting that you can change. So depending on, of course, your staff permissions, we're going to head to settings and then go to language. Now, the one that she's asking about there specifically is your notice slash message on online booking pages. But as Jack said, there's lots of different languages that you can change, whether it's your cancellation policy on your emails versus your online booking, your invoices, referral sources, different notification language that's included in things. So lots of different things that you can customize here. If we did have a look at the message on your online booking, I'll go ahead and add this here because I think she may have also asked, like, what does it look like?
Yeah,
Yeah, so we can go ahead and add a message. We can um, add some formatting here too if we want. So if we wanted it bold or links, and we can go ahead and add that. And then where this is going to show on your online booking site, we'll just jump to ours, is above up here. So whenever we navigate through things here, we'll see that message up above.
awesome. Yeah, I've seen this area be used for a whole host of different things, whether that
Mhm.
be price increases in the new year, new staff, maybe having more availability coming up. You name it, this is a great place. I often uh, say it's like your sign that you might have hung outside your actual clinic. This is your online digital sign. All right. Thanks everyone for all of your questions that you've posted over the last week. We'll be back again, as usual, next week to answer some more of your questions. So we look forward to seeing you then. Take care.